Good morning, dear children. Today I will wind up with the chapter Climate of Geography. Let's begin our class. In our previous class of Geography, we have covered the following topics: monsoon phenomena and its mechanism, summer monsoon and winter monsoon, the four seasons, the hot dry summer, and monsoon of southwest monsoon. In our today's class, we will cover the retreating monsoon, the northeast monsoon, and the rainfall. Let us begin our class. The retreating monsoon. The southwest monsoon starts retreating from northern India in early October. Hence, the month of October and November are known as the retreating monsoon. The reason of this retreat means when this monsoon go back, going time of the monsoon, is that the monsoon through of low pressure over the Ganga plain becomes weaker due to the apparent southward movement of the sun. The low pressure trough is gradually replaced by high pressure. The retreat of the monsoon is marked by clear skies and drop in night temperature. When monsoon go backs, we can easily identify that the skies are clear, and in the night we can see a drop in the night temperature. The land remains moist. The combination of high temperature and humidity give rise to an oppressive weather. This is commonly known as October heat. Day temperature rises due to clear skies. The low pressure conditions are transferred to the center of Bay of Bengal by early November. This shift of the low pressure area is marked by cyclonic depression which originate over the Andaman Sea. You can see the weather conditions in October on page number 95 on the map, which is showing the weather conditions in October. Some of the cyclonic depressions managed to cross the eastern coast of southern peninsula, resulting in heavy and widespread rains on the coast of Tamil Nadu and parts of Odisha. These cyclonic storms move from the northeast to the southwest. The retreating monsoon are generally dry except on the coastal areas of Tamil Nadu, Odisha, and parts of Karnataka. The bulk of the rainfall of the Coromandel coast is derived from depressions and cyclones. Retreating monsoon rainfall in some places is as heavy as the summer monsoon. Interior parts of Deccan remain dry because they lie in the rain shadow of the eastern Ghats. The retreating southwest monsoon, this we have already talked about, that is this season extends from October to November. In the northern plains, temperatures are slightly decreasing due to which high pressure is building up. The Bay of Bengal branch carries cyclones from Andaman Islands and strikes India's Godavari Krishna basin, bringing heavy rainfall in Odisha and Andhra Pradesh. The Arabian Sea branch also weakens by this time. In the month of October, the southwest monsoon winds weaken and start withdrawing. That is the time of the beginning of the retreating monsoon. The temperature and humidity levels are still high, and this period of oppressive heat and humidity is called the October heat, as I have already told you. The winds withdraw in phases. By the end of September, monsoon wind retreats up to Punjab from central India by mid-October and from the southern coast of India by early November. I will be posting some of the images of different related topics. You can see that and you can make use of that. One of the facts related to retreating monsoon is that the retreating monsoon is associated with the occurrence of cyclonic depressions that originates over the Andaman Sea. Children, here you can go through this image of the phases of retreating monsoon. That is from which part, how, when this monsoon go backs. This is the image in January, how the winds, the prevailing winds and the cyclones from where it originates and where it goes. You can go through this. Children, in our book, the distribution of rainfall is given at the end, but I will be starting the distribution of rainfall from the middle only and we will finish it by the end. The distribution of rainfall. The average annual rainfall in India is about 125 centimeter, but it has a great special variations. You can see the distribution of rainfall. The average annual rainfall in India is about 125 centimeter, but it has a great special variations. This is a map. With the map I have given you the image. You can go through this. Sometimes there can be the uncertain distribution of rainfall also. The variation in rainfall creates the flood and drought problems. So due to uncertain distribution of rainfall, what is the problem comes? It creates flood and drought problems. You can go through the images and you can see these types of condition comes due to uncertain distribution of rainfalls. As we have talked about the uncertain distribution of rainfall, there are the reasons for uncertain distribution of rainfall. The causes of this uneven distribution are, first of all, the cyclonic depression. That is, at the Bay of Bengal, cyclonic depressions originate. The southwest monsoon winds get drawn into the cyclonic depressions, result in dry spells in the southeastern part of the Ganga plain. Rainfall. Most parts of India do not receive rainfall in the winter season. This is because the winter monsoons have little humidity and due to anticyclonic circulation on land, the possibility of rain from them decreases. However, there are some areas which do receive rainfall in the winter season. They are as follows. Central parts of India and northern parts of peninsula get occasional rainfall in winter. Some weak temperate cyclones from the Mediterranean Sea cause rainfall in Delhi, Haryana, Punjab and western Uttar Pradesh. Though the amount of this rainfall is meager, it is quite beneficial for the rabi crops. The northeastern part of India also gets rainfall during the winter months. Arunachal Pradesh and Assam gets rains between 25 mm and 50 mm during winters. In the months of October and November, the northeast monsoon, while crossing over the Bay of Bengal, picks up moisture and brings torrential rainfall over Tamil Nadu coast and southern tip of Andhra Pradesh. The distribution of rainfall is determined by the following: the pressure conditions and the direction of relief features, the direction of wind bearing moisture, cyclonic depression determined by pressure gradient. You can see the distribution of rainfall. The scanty, moderately heavy, heavy and moderately heavy. The northeast monsoon season. The cold weather season commences at the end of November and continues till March. The skies are relatively clear with dry weather. Night temperatures are low, especially in the northern India, but the days are pleasantly warm. The mean temperature in the northern plains is below 20 degrees Celsius and gets even lower in Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab and Haryana. In winter season, January is usually the coldest month. The temperature remains quite low during the winter months over the Indian subcontinent. The temperature decreases from south to north. The mean maximum temperature for the month of January at Trivandrum is as high as 31 degrees Celsius, at Calicut 26 degrees Celsius, at Chennai 24 degrees Celsius, at Varanasi about 16 degrees Celsius and Jammu only 10 degrees Celsius. The night temperature in the Gangetic Plain varies from 2.5 degrees Celsius to 17.5 degrees Celsius. Temperature falls below freezing point in the higher reaches of the Himalayas. Dras Valley in Kashmir near Kargil records minimum temperature of minus 45 degrees Celsius. It is the coldest place in India. The excessive cold in North India during this season is due to the following reasons. In the month of February, the cold winds from the Caspian and Turkmenistan bring a cold wave over the northwestern parts of India. Punjab, Haryana, and Rajasthan experiences continental type of climates as they are located far away from the sea to experience its moderating influence. The snowfall in the nearby Himalayan ranges creates cold wave situation. In peninsular India, the average temperature lies 20 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius, and it does not have any well-defined cold weather season. The coastal areas hardly experience any seasonal change in the distribution pattern of temperature due to the moderating influence of the sea and proximity to the equator. For example, the mean maximum temperature for June at Thiruvananthapuram is 29.5 degrees Celsius and it is 31 degrees for January. The northeast monsoon season, the duration, as I told you, the season commences at the end of November and continues till March. The temperature is low temperature in the northern plains, high temperature in the Deccan Plateau. The air pressure is high pressure in the northern plains, low pressure in the Deccan Plateau. The weather in this season is characterized by feeble high pressure conditions over the northwestern part of the plain. This is because of the oblique rays of the sun which reach the subcontinent as the sun moves to the southern hemisphere. During this season, the northeast trade winds prevail over the country. These winds blow from land to sea and hence for most parts of the country it is dry season. However, when these winds pass over Bay of Bengal, they pick up some moisture and cause some amount of rainfall on the Coromandel coast. As these winds blow from northeast to southwest, they are called the northeast monsoons. Children, you can see the mean temperature in January at different places. There is also a temperate cyclones during this season. There is a cold season is the western disturbance. A characteristic feature of the cold weather season is the inflow of depression from the west and the northwest. These low pressure system called the western disturbance originate in West Asia and the regions near the Mediterranean Sea. They travel eastward across Iran and Pakistan and reach India during the winter season. They bring the much needed winter rains over the plains and snowfall in the mountains. On an average, 4 or 5 such depressions affect India in each of the winter months. They are generally active between December and February. Though the amount of winter rainfall is small, it is of considerable importance for the cultivation of rabi crops. You can see the pressure in January in MBs it's given. Children, you can go through the tropical cyclones and the temperate cyclone. The difference between the both is given on page number 99, and the difference between southwest monsoon, retreating monsoon and the northeast monsoon is given on page number 100. I request you to read the chapter also. The full chapter you have to read. You have to read the full chapter at least once. The characteristics of cold weather season. The cold weather season is characterized by it has a very pleasant season with low temperatures. During this time of the season, it has the clear skies with low humidity, rainless for most part of India except the east coast and the northwest of the country. Due to the western disturbance, Punjab, Jammu and Kashmir receives 10 to 15 centimeter of rainfall during the cold season. The wind system during this season, high pressure wind starts blowing from northern plains towards the low pressure over the Bay of Bengal. After reaching over Bay of Bengal, winds are attracted by the low pressure belts in the equatorial region. The winds follow in the northeast direction of prevailing winds. These winds get moisture from Bay of Bengal, cause rain in the Coromandel coast, as I have already told you. Once again, the northeast monsoon, that is in December, the sun rays are directly over the Tropic of Capricorn. Asia has the following climate characteristics during this monsoon. It's a high pressure and the low temperature. Indian Ocean has high temperature and low pressure. Due to this variation in temperature and pressure conditions between the continent and the ocean, the northeast trade winds blow toward the ocean from the continent. These trade winds do not give rainfall, except the Bay of Bengal branch. It gives rainfall to the east coast of India. You have to note this. The distribution of rainfall, as I have already explained to you through pie chart in the book, it is given on page 99 and 101. The table of tropical cyclones and temperate cyclones also you have to study on page 99. Difference between southwest monsoon, retreating monsoon and northeast monsoon given on page number 100. Kindly go through it. And the first One more thing is that you have to read the chapter. India can be divided into four rainfall regions. First is the heavy rainfall region, second is moderate rainfall region, third is low rainfall region, and the fourth one is scanty rainfall region. The features of the rainfall. Main feature of the rainfall in India are there is rainfall over 3 months and the rest of the year is mostly dry. 70% of annual rainfall occurs in the rainy season. The rains are mainly of relief type. The windward slopes of the mountains get more rainfall than the leeward side. Only a small portion of the rainfall is received from sources other than the monsoon, like cyclonic rainfall and convectional rainfall. The quantity and the time of occurrence of rainfall cannot be predicted as the rainfall is erratic. It is because of this uncertainty that sometimes there are floods and sometimes droughts. India has agrarian economy dependent on rainfall. As such, rainfall affects the economy of the country. So here we wind up with the chapter of climate. So I'll give you the remaining question and answers. You have to go through this chapter. If there is any doubt, you can ask anytime, and you try to go through the chapter, read the following points. The If there is any point which is covered earlier also, you can ask about that also. But you have to read the chapter. That is a must. Okay then, children, thank you.